two friends, two time zones, and a shared love of stories.
I'm Freya.
And I'm Jamie.
Bridging time zones one chapter at a time.
Welcome to Once Upon a Time Zone.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Once Upon a Time Zone. Today we are dialing it back a little bit. I feel like we've had a few very exciting weeks and we were like, we'll bring it back to our roots and we're going to be talking about our TBRs coming into the new season. So I'm going into autumn or fall and Jamie, of course, is going into spring. So I feel like they're both very particular kind of reading seasons. Like you definitely want to start, I don't know, maybe branching out into different genres. Maybe you've been reading the same thing all winter or summer. So yeah, we kind of have a few books that we just thought we'd chat about that we'd love to get to in the coming seasons. And yeah, but of course, first of all, current reads. Jamie, what are you currently reading?
Okay, current reads are going to be a little bit funny for both of us, I think, today because surprise! Actually, I don't think it's a surprise because I think our reading vlogs will be out by the time this episode's out. But Freya and I chose each other's reads for a week. We are repeating our vlogs that we did last year on April 20th, and we're just making it an annual tradition where every year around April 20th, we're going to choose each other's reads. So one of the reads that Freya chose for me was the Jasad Heir by Sara Hashem, which I've been pronouncing the title of this book and the author's name incorrectly this entire time. And
it's so hard. There's also so many different pronunciations of it. Like I see so many people say it in a different way. So I don't know what's right at this point.
No, I was hearing Jasad Heir a lot, but I know you were saying like Jasad Heir.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I hear.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe it's accents. I don't know.
I opened the TikTok app, and TikTok apparently knew that I was reading this book because it showed me a TikTok from the author herself. And I got the pronunciation from her in her TikTok. So I'm like, okay, confirmed. That's the one. Yeah. So it's Jasad Heir. That's what it is. I just started it. I'm like 50 pages in. I like it so far. It's a romantasy duology. It's the first book. And it feels really rich. I don't know, the culture of it feels really, really great already. It's essentially a world where magical people called like the Jasad people have been like kind of exterminated from the world in a way, and our protagonist is the Jasad Heir, so she's kind of like a hidden heir of this like magical royal family from what I'm gathering, and she's kind of like found her own life, but I think as the plot goes on she gets outed for who she is, and I think she gets involved with like the heir of her enemy, and there's some sort of like a trials thing going on. I don't know. I'm only 50 pages in. Yeah. So that's what I'm gathering from what I've read so far. But I like it so far. I'm taking it slow because it's one of those books where like there's a lot of terminology thrown at you really, really quickly, I'm finding. So, and not all of it's getting explained. It's like we'll kind of get terms thrown at us and we'll kind of get some of them explained, and the other ones like I don't even know what they are yet, but they've just been kind of like, I don't know, word vomited at me. So yeah, there's a lot I need to learn, but I'm enjoying it. The writing is really beautiful. I actually really like our protagonist so far, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
Because romantasy protagonists have been bugging me in general, and I feel like she is a really good mix of being strong, like mentally and physically, but also caring. And she has a really good balance, and she doesn't like flaunt her aggressiveness. She just kind of has it, but she doesn't want to flaunt it. And so there's something like that's agreeing with me a lot. So I like it so far.
That's so good to hear. I feel like this one is very much one that's like, it's very fantasy heavy, but has like a really good line of romance as well. Like it's not necessarily, I don't know, your typical kind of romantasy that I feel like we read a lot of, which is why I was like, I don't know, maybe it'll get you back into a little bit of romantasy. Like I would still call it romantasy, I think. But yeah, I just feel like the actual like world surrounding it, you're right, is really rich. So kind of makes it a little bit more enjoyable. I
Yeah,
was looking forward to
there's
enjoying
no
it.
romance. Like there's no romance yet. I mean, I've only read 50 pages, but like I feel like usually in a romantasy,
Yeah,
you would have already gotten like a hint of what
yeah,
will happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
establish some sort of like, I don't know if they're enemies or yeah.
Yeah, but nothing yet, which is great. I love it. It's awesome so far.
It
But
is
what are
like
you
an actual
reading?
slow burn. So yes, as Jamie said, we picked each other's reads. Of course, Jamie chose the Poppy War for me, and I am so close to finish. I think I've got like 15% left.
Oh
I
my
read this so
goodness.
much quicker than I thought. I started, so we're
You
filming
did.
this, yeah, very early Tuesday morning for me, and I started this book on Saturday, which it's like a 500 and something page book, like, and it's a kind of pretty heavy book. I did
Yeah.
not think I was going to be reading it very quickly. But I think I was talking to like Jamie about this earlier, and it's a really addictive read. I
Yes.
was so ready to be kind of like Will of the Many vibes, like, really pushing yourself, or Brandon Sanderson, like pushing yourself for the first 100 to 200 pages, really just trying to get into it before you can like enjoy it. But I was kind of really addicted straight away, honestly. And I feel like what I really like about it is we're introduced to the whole world through our main protagonist really, really well. Like she's kind of new to
Yep.
this whole world as well. Like basically we are following our main protagonist as she's trying to get into this war academy, essentially, where you're trained to be a soldier. And we are set in, like we're set in wartime. And yeah, I just feel like it was introduced really, really well. I haven't had a book where I haven't had to like decode everything in a long time. I feel like, yeah, Rin is so like new to this whole thing. So we're just, yeah, it's a really great way to have like introductions. I will say, we've definitely had some like darker elements,
Yes.
and we've definitely like seen Rin is pretty, yeah, ruthless and just
Yep.
doesn't have a lot of empathy. In a way. I feel like sometimes she does. But
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, it's not as dark as I thought so far. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna like jinx myself and like the last like 15 to 20% is gonna be really, really dark. But I think I know that the next two are gonna be insane.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel like I've really, really braced myself, which I think is a good thing. I think
No,
I
I
needed
think
to.
it's good. And you definitely went into it like well trained, I would say, like because you
Yeah.
have been reading some heavier things, and so you're not going into it with just like a background of lighter reads, and like you're
Yeah.
coming into it with experience. Like you are
Yeah.
a hardened, seasoned reader now. So it's yeah, I feel like it's not going to affect you like as much, but like it does get darker and darker and darker, I would say,
Yeah.
like as it goes.
It's like a descent into madness kind of at the moment. It's like
Mm,
you're slowly seeing her like just get deeper and deeper into this. I'm actually like loving it though so far. And I've been seeing so many
yes.
people recommend in my comments. I've never had like more comments so positively on an
Yeah.
Instagram post before. Like when I posted one saying like never been so scared to read a book, and with those kind of TikToks, I feel like you're usually going to get, oh, it's not worth the hype. Oh, don't get too excited about it, something like that.
Mm,
I've had like one comment and it was still like, oh yeah, this just wasn't for me. It was too intense for me. I couldn't do it. But every single other comment has been
yeah.
like, oh my God, this one is worth the reputation. Like, get excited and be ready for it. And one was like, I hope your wall's pretty because you're going to be staring at it for a long time. And
Yeah, choose a nice spot.
I was
That's
like, I
good
love that.
advice. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so very, very loved series. And yeah, lots of people have recommended to like just keep going with it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
We'll see how traumatic it is. I think that'll determine how quickly I read it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I read it fairly quickly. Like I didn't read them
Yeah.
back to back to back, but that was also like I feel like I read this kind of in the early stages of my booktube journey.
Yeah.
So I like my reads were kind of more controlled by me and not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
content schedule. And so I was able to just like read series a lot quicker back
Yeah.
then. And yeah, I kind of
That
like
was probably a
I
good time to read it then.
I honestly kind of want to reread these and like it's a big
Yeah.
endeavor to take again, but like since I've been doing a lot of audio rereads, I feel like
Yeah,
I
I was about to
totally
say.
could. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be a time to get back into it because yeah, again, it's like I know I love these books so much and I obviously remember so much of it, but there are probably little things that have slipped my mind or things that might feel a lot more significant on the reread, like once you know kind of the overall trajectory, like going back. Oh, I feel like that'd be so interesting. I'm so happy you're loving it, though. I'm actually happy.
Honestly, some of the, like, I feel like we've just started to get more rich in the magic side of things. Some of the monsters are terrifying. I was reading it at night last night, and I was home alone, and I was like, I'm so scared right now.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, but yes, loving it so far.
Yay.
And then we also, literally as of a few hours ago, had the Sunrise and the Reaping trailer dropped.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can I just say, I am so impressed at how they have tied in the visuals of the original movie to like the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Like just the sets and everything and how they've combined the eras, and it truly does look like a mishmash of like, you know, Katniss and Peeta's games, and then like, you know, Snow and Lucy's story. Like it's just a perfect amalgamation of like I can see how things have developed since the first prequel, and then see how they're going towards the direction of the original trilogy. Like they've done so well. Like production design, so good.
I'm so nervous. I need to know, out of the tiny glimpses, because I feel like we got glimpses of all of our key characters.
Yeah.
Who are you most excited to see in the role? Because I specifically was like excited about very select few. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm a little biased, but I am excited to see Jaleel as Panache because I know, like I know Jaleel. So, like he's been such a star in these trailers, and from reading the books, I'm like, I know Panache had a role, but like he's like a main character in these trailers. He's getting so much screen time, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And seeing him be so just like aggressive and brutal is really weird for me, if I'm going to be completely honest. But he's doing it in a way where I'm like, I'm not even remembering like the 8-year-old Jaleel that I knew in my childhood. Like I am truly seeing someone I don't know, like a character. And I'm like, you are doing such a good job.
That's what you want. Yeah.
So I'm definitely excited to see him. But I mean, okay, we got a better glimpse of Effie in this one. I feel like we haven't really seen, like in the first teaser, we didn't see too much of her, but like from what we've seen in this one, I feel like Elle Fanning's really doing well at kind of taking the mannerisms that we already know from Effie, but then making them her own, making them a little bit younger. And so I think that's really good. We got more Snow in this one.
That's what I'm most excited about. When I saw him speaking, I was like,
that convinced me. Because we all knew.
And like a perfect match, like a mash, not match. Sorry, perfect mash between the two.
Yeah,
I was like,
because like aesthetics wise, I think we were all a little bit concerned when Ralph Fiennes was cast, because we're like, like does this really match, you know, whatever, but like with his acting skills and, you know, he really embodies the role. We know he can be creepy. Like we know he can. But he really, I feel like, stepped into this role, and from seeing his bits in this trailer, I'm like, okay, I'm convinced.
And I feel like this is like prime evil Snow, this book, like / movie now. And so I'm like, if anyone can like embody but it's also embodied in not a very obvious way. Like it's a very subtle like evil that just like kind of trails on in the background that not everyone's going to see. And I feel like he can do that really well. Like I'm so excited for him.
Oh my goodness.
And like about the mannerisms as well, I feel like all of the actors have really studied the previous actor for this. And like even like with Haymitch, like when that one scene of him like getting called to the reaping or something, and he does this like a little downturn like smirk / look at the ground / like I don't know what it is, but I was like, oh my god, that's Haymitch. So I'm so happy that they've like really honed in on the tiny things.
I'm like, I was getting chills watching this trailer, so I'm scared to see what the effect of the actual movie will be when I watch it.
Literally.
It's gonna be a tough watch. In the
Oh my
best
gosh, and
way.
Maya Hawke as Virus, I'm really excited for
Yeah.
that. I'm so
Yes.
excited for that. I don't even know why, but like I really like her, and I feel like Virus is such a weird, unique character that
Yes.
not a lot of people can play. And I feel like, yeah, why like Maya Hawke is probably the only one I can think of that could do a good job of that.
Yeah, that's true. Like I could, yeah, immediately see her in that role.
Yeah.
And then now
Oh my
seeing
God.
it, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. What a trailer drop. So good.
Literally. And like I just feel like it's coming so quickly. Like when it was announced last year and we were getting all the cast announcements, I was like,
Hmm.
oh, still like a year and a half away or whatever. And I'm like, it's in like technically like a few months, you could say. Not really a
Oh
few
my
months, but
goodness.
it's getting closer. Like it's
Yeah.
not even close to a year away.
Yeah. It's gonna come so
What? Yeah,
soon.
I know. I'm gonna be crying. And did you go to a little pop-up? They got like little pop-ups everywhere.
Yes.
I've been
Yeah.
seeing one. I think there's one in Sydney. That's so cool.
Yeah. I actually went yesterday because I had no plans to do anything yesterday. You know this, but I looked on Instagram and they did a pop-up at a mall that's like really close to me. So I was like, hey, like
That's so
tapped him on
cool.
my husband's shoulder because I'm passenger princess. I'm like, hey, do you want to drive me to the mall?
And I was like, why would you go alone when you don't have to?
Yeah, I'm like, want to drive me to the mall? Like, do you have anything to do at the mall? Like, you probably have something that you need to grab at the mall, right? Like, let's go. Let's spontaneous mall trip. And so we went. I did grab like two of the little quotes that they were hanging out, and I put them like where my Hunger Games books are. It was just a little tiny installation. I honestly didn't know why it was there at first because it was before they announced that the trailer was coming out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like the movie's so far away. Why are they installing these things now? It seems like kind of a random time. But then that they announced the trailer was coming out and then the trailer came out and I was like, oh, that's why. Like that's why they were doing all the
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, it was really cool.
That's so cool. That's so fun. If there was one in Melbourne, I would have gone too. Like, just fun.
Yeah.
Get
They
in the
should have
spirit.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've only got like certain cities around the world.
I'm surprised
But
that
yeah.
the one in Toronto was like near me because I would have expected them to be a little bit more downtown, like core
Yeah.
downtown, and I'm like a little bit on the outskirts. So I'm like, you know what? Better for me. I didn't have to
Yeah.
travel like all the way downtown and like face
Yeah.
the chaos of downtown Toronto. So yeah, it was great.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, after that big just excitement,
Hmm.
should we get into our TBRs for spring for you, autumn for me?
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna be alternating spring TBR and TBR and fall or autumn TBR because obviously we're in different seasons because we live on opposite sides of the world. So
Is it like starting to feel springy yet for you?
okay, today was the first day this year that my arms saw the sun.
That's a big thing. That's a big
It's
thing.
it's been 6 months since my arms saw the
Oh,
sun. And
no.
I was walking down the street and I was literally like holding my arms up like mummy style, like zombie style. Because like
Sun. Just
yeah, yeah, I was like trying to maximize surface area of the sun touching my arms because I was like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. It's literally been 6 months. Like obviously like my face, I mean I'm so pale right now, but like my face has seen a little bit of winter sun because like
yeah.
when you go outside in the winter, at least your face gets a
Yeah.
little bit of exposure. But like my arms have been hidden in like coats and sweaters and everything. So going out like this afternoon on a walk in a t-shirt and like having my arms like touch the fresh air, oh, felt so good.
That's so nice. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So, looking forward to spring reads. Speaking of, my first one on my list is one that I've actually been seeing get a lot of hype recently. It just came out, but it's Yesteryear by Caro Burke. And this is a contemporary fiction. It's a little bit, I think, magical realism and kind of historical because it's essentially about like a like trad wife influencer who one day wakes up in an alternate reality version of her life where she's actually living her trad wife lifestyle, but like real and not just like posing for Instagram or TikTok or anything. So it's like really eerie because I think her actual family's there, like her husband's there, her kids are there, but everything is now like years ago, like in another decade, and she's living on this like
Oh, okay.
homestead.
I get it now.
And
So like a full-time jump type.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. So she's, yeah, everything's like, with these like kind of older traditional customs, and it's not just about the aesthetics of it
Yeah.
anymore. And it's supposed to be, I think, like a little creepy, I think. I'm really excited for this one. I picked it up with my book of the month, of course, in March. And yeah, I'm excited. I think this one's going to be a really good read. I've heard some wonderful things about this one. So, I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like, it's not really a spring read, I feel like. When I was crafting this list, I was trying to think of like what a spring read is. So I do have some more like florally romance type reads, but I also have, yeah, some fiction and stuff like that. I don't know. Spring's a miscellaneous month for me always. I'm definitely going to read some fantasy this month too, but I don't think I
Yeah.
have a lot of like specific fantasies on this TBR that I'm going to talk about today, but like those are still going to be mixed in. I don't know. My
I
TBR
feel
is a little
like
all over.
I feel like it's almost like the transition, like moving from like
Yeah.
darker atmospheric reads and like slowly transitioning into like a kind of lighter, like maybe just contemporary fiction, but yeah,
Mm,
slightly different reads. So,
yeah.
I mean, that sounds really interesting though.
Right? I'm like, that sounds so, and I love the kind of like magical realism aspect of it where there's time travel,
Yeah.
but it's like more for like the emotional impacts of it and not focusing on like the sci-fi-ness
Yeah.
of the time travel. So, yeah, I'm excited to read that. I want to read that like really, really soon.
Yeah.
So,
Let me know when you do. I'm so curious.
I will. Okay, what's your first
Um,
autumn rec or TBR?
so I feel like autumn/fall really, really easy reading like season. Like it's a
Yeah,
very specific kind of vibe,
I
which is
love it.
probably the only thing I am looking forward to
Oh,
in the colder months. I am so like it has been so cold already at the moment, and
oh
I'm
no.
like I'm already over it. I'm like I'm not even in winter. It's
No.
not even cold. Like you'd look at me and you'd be like, Freya, that's like that's not that bad. But it's more just like the sun's gone away for the past week or so. And
That's
when the
tough.
sun's not here, I'm just like, my mood just plummets. So
Yeah.
look, it's fine. I'm going to lean into the rainy cloudiness by
Yep.
reading atmospheric kind of reads. And I feel like one that is perfect for that is continuing the Diviners series by Libba Bray. I started this like a
Oh
while
yeah.
ago and like set in the 1920s, so like roaring 20s in New York. But then
Mm.
we also have this really like spooky aspect to it because our main protagonist is working at this folklore museum and it has a lot of like, I don't know, just creepy kind of things. We've got like Ouija boards and everything. Because I looked it up afterwards. I was really curious when reading this book and I was like,
Mm.
was spiritualism like a big thing in the 1920s? And apparently it was like super, super big and people would bring like Ouija boards to dinner parties or like drink parties and
Oh.
stuff like that because they were kind of just like, I think it was from like the late 1800s, but they were kind of like realizing that there might be this like, you know, alternate world where the spirits are and stuff like that
Oh.
and that they could connect with them. So it's like actually a really big thing. It was a
Yeah.
really big thing in the 1920s. And I feel like that makes it all the more creepy. And this book was like, I don't know whether it was because I listened to a lot of it on audio because a lot of people recommended that, but it
Mm.
was terrifying. And then there were these little songs that were sung and they were so eerie and creepy. And this is a YA series. I was like, I should not be getting this scared over a YA series. But I really, really liked it. Very spooky, very much leaned into like folklore and everything like that. So I really want to continue this series. I think there's 3 or 4. I couldn't actually find a definitive answer because it's a very, I get comments saying it was really big on like OG booktube. So like, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
like 7 years ago or something like that. Apparently people were obsessed with it. But I find it really hard to find in store now. So
Oh.
like I haven't seen it very much. And I find it really hard to like, yeah, just find it where to order it and everything like that. So I don't know. It's kind of fallen off a little bit, so maybe I'll bring it back. I hope I can bring it back.
Yeah. You're convincing me to read it. Like
It's
I'm
really
really
good.
intrigued. Yeah, maybe this will be
Yeah.
something I'll pick up in like, I don't know, 6 months when fall rolls around here.
Yeah, no, I reckon. It's like, it's just like the perfect time of year to read it. And I think I read the first one when it was a little bit colder in like, I think it was like end of November or something. Or was it earlier? I don't know. But I remember reading it when it was a bit like darker and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I'm excited to continue that series. Hopefully I'll finish it actually before, because there's only like 2 or 3 more books. So yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully I'll finish it.
Totally
But
could.
yeah,
That's
excited
fun.
about that one.
I love that. Okay, so speaking of series, there's a big one that I am on the brink of finishing, at least this like phase in this series, but Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson. Now, this is by no means a spring read. It is by no means a light, fluffy spring read whatsoever. In fact, it is like the chunkiest book I have ever seen in my life. And I think if you actually look at word count, it is the longest book that, like, by far, that I've
That
ever read.
wouldn't even
Like,
surprise me. Yeah.
even compared to the other Stormlight books, it is like the longest by far. Like, I think it has 50,000 more words than like Rhythm of War and Oathbringer. Like, it's even
Oh my
longer.
God.
But it's the last one. So I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
it's staring at me from across the room, and I'm like, I need to pick it up. I need to pick it up immediately, or else I'm just gonna get more and more scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
okay. And I feel like because it's the last one in the series as well, that is a
Yes.
little bit of like motivating to get there.
Yeah. Like once I read this one, I'll be done this arc for now until like what, 2030, when he's going to continue
Yeah.
the Stormlight books. So I'm like, I feel like I need to wrap it up, you know? And not that I'm like, it feels like a chore, but if I'm going to be completely honest, I love the Stormlight archive, but it is a chore.
Yeah. And
It's
like
both.
also it's like a week to 2 weeks of one book, which
Yes.
for us when we're trying to create as much content and read as many books as possible, it's like it's a bit of a bog down. Like you have to really strategically time your reading of this book, because that, I reckon, I don't know, how long did the last one take you to read? Like a week?
A week, but I was like dedicating myself. Like I was
Yeah.
doing full work days.
Yeah, that's
just
the thing. Like, yeah.
reading.
Yeah, no, I remember, like, yeah, you have to actually, if you want to get it done in a certain period of time, you need to, like, have a week free. Like, you can't
Yeah.
have any night commitments or anything like that, because you're going to be reading in every single second you have.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe, like, if you're getting better at audiobooks as well, you could always do a little bit of audiobooks while you're just, like, going on a walk or something like that, now that
Like
it's
a
spring
half-half.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I see a lot of people do. I kind of did it with Oathbringer. I do it for the interludes. I really like listening to the interludes on audio.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
I feel like it just like, I don't know, sometimes I can get a little bit zoned out in the interludes because we're not following characters we really, really know. Like now and
Yes.
then we are, but like most of the time we're not. And so I feel like listening to them on audio, and it's on Spotify as well, so I just listen to it on Spotify. It kind of makes me actually like stay with it.
No, that's a good idea, doing the interludes on audio, because I feel the same
Yeah.
way. Like once we hit the interlude sections, I'm always like, oh, dang it. It's the
Yeah, it's like,
interludes.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the characters. I mean, they're
Yeah,
all
literally.
characters, but you know what I mean. You get it.
No, the characters we know and love.
Yes. But yeah, this is definitely a beast that I need to finish this season. I am determined.
You've got it. You've got it so easy. No, it's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be worth it.
Okay, what's your next one?
Okay, so originally when I made this list, I had the Poppy War on it, but I guess I could say continuing the Poppy War series throughout like fall and winter.
Yep.
Again, perfect time for it. I feel like it's
support it.
definitely not, yeah, it's definitely not a summer kind of read. But I guess like going off that one, my next one this is literally just an author, Kristin Hannah. I need to read more Kristin Hannah books
Yeah.
because I have read one. And I feel that is a little bit pathetic of me. So I feel like historical fiction, like an historical romance, that's very autumny to me. I don't know what it is, but that's very autumny to me. And I'm like, I think I really want to get to the women.
Yes.
Firefly Lane? Yes, no? I don't know. I've seen
Most
some
people
people
like
love it.
it. Most people
Yeah.
do. I do not vouch for it, but like
Yeah.
I am the oddball. So like honestly,
Okay.
I'd be curious to see you read it and see what you think.
Okay.
Because maybe we could add it to like the short list of books we disagree on. I feel like that could be interesting.
That's true. But I remember you saying something about one of the main protagonists being really irritating. And I feel like
Yeah.
if you found her irritating, there's a good chance that I'll find her irritating as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think a big point of the book is like seeing these friends kind of like fall in and out with each other. Like they kind of do horrible
Yeah.
things to each other, but I guess like they find their way back to each other. And like for some readers, it's like, oh, that's so powerful and beautiful that, they're still there for each other. But for me, I was like, they went too far. So,
Yeah, fair
yeah.
enough.
So I'd be curious. I'd be curious if
okay.
it goes too
Well,
far for you or not.
I'll do the women first. We'll stick with the women
Yes.
first, and
Love
then
that
we'll
one.
go from there. Because I've seen really good things about the women. I actually don't think I've seen a bad review. I don't even know what it's about, but like I try and go into Kristin Hannah's, like I went into the Nightingale with only what I knew from like hearing people talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best way to get me into historical fiction, because otherwise I start to like work myself up and I'm like, no, I'm not going to enjoy it. All we're going to be doing is like focusing on this historical period. And like, look, sometimes I love it. If it's a period in history that I am obsessed with, I'll like pick it up immediately. But if it's one that I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I feel like there's also this whole side to historical fiction that I'm exploring that isn't like, world wars or something like that. Like they're not like significant moments in history. It's more just like, oh, this is set in the 1950s, or this is set, and you might have
Yeah.
like little subtle political influences or something like that. But like Broken Country, like that's a historical fiction, but we're literally just set in like the 70s onwards. So I feel like that is probably where I'm gonna like start heading and like dip my toes in there and then see how I go.
I love that.
Yeah.
I will say The Women is like a very significant historical
Yeah,
work.
I do know what it's like.
Okay, like just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, no, that's why I like haven't picked it up. I don't know. And same with the Nightingale. That's like why I didn't pick it up for a long period of
Right.
time. Because I was like, I know all the tragic things that happen in this
Yeah.
time period or like surrounding this event. I don't like I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be sad. Like it's not even just like reading a sad book, like this happened.
Yeah, you could do like The Great Alone from her and also The Four Winds.
Yeah.
Those are both like they're definitely during like kind of like times that you know about, but
Yeah.
not like a war specifically. Like
Yeah.
it's not so
Well, it's
war.
just it's so sad. I feel like it's time though. I feel like I need to start my Kristin Hannah journey. And she's like a
Yay.
great place to start well, I've started it technically, but
Yeah.
get deeper into it.
Yeah. This is definitely something I support as well. So
Yeah, you'll be like, there's a very obvious theme going on here. Apart from like the Diviners and maybe like one other book on this list, a lot of them have been influenced.
great. I love it. Okay. My next spring read is actually The Good Parts by Evan Normandin. I received an ARC for this book. I hadn't heard of it, but the publisher just like emailed me and was like, you know what? I think you'd love this book. And they sent me the synopsis and sent me why I loved it or why they loved it. And I read it and I was like, yeah, I feel like I'm going to love this. I feel like I'm going to love this. This publisher or like this, I guess, employee who worked at the publisher knows me because this is an amnesia trope romance.
Romance.
Yes. Yes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read this. Apparently it'll make me cry because when they sent me this book, they sent it to me with a little packet of tissues and they're like,
Oh my God.
you may need this. And I was like, great. You're selling me even more on this right now. I'm so excited.
Oh my
So
God.
essentially, this one is about Landon and Rose, and Landon has basically, like, Rose is the love of his life, so he's like, I'm gonna marry this girl, I love her so much, but he gets a letter one day from her saying that she has undergone a memory erasing treatment because she's been wanting to leave behind some, like, grief from her past, but now she doesn't remember anything, including him. So he's kind of like out of the picture. She's actually sort of dating someone new. And he, I guess, like re-enters her life as a stranger and like starts becoming friends with her again. And his whole thing is like, hey, I made her fall for me once. Maybe I can make her fall for me again. But we kind of have this like unbalanced dynamic because he has this whole past and like history and like baggage with her. And for her, he's just someone new that she's just met. And so this story, yeah, yeah, right? This story is told through alternating timelines. So we get his POV from the present day timeline and her POV from the past, which also excites me so much because I have been saying that I haven't been loving dual POV romances because they just feel like, I don't know, you get too much information. But I actually have loved books that have done this where we do get dual POV, but the POVs are from the different timelines, like whether it's a second chance or like, you know, whatever kind of a romance. Because you still get that like side of mystery because you only get one person's POV on like a certain time, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this sounds so good.
So interesting.
It's
like
it
for
kind of
romance.
Yeah,
it's like
it kind of
not your typical romance.
It's reminding me of like The Vow. I don't like. Did you watch that?
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because in that one, like they get into a car accident and she loses like parts of her memory and forgets him, and he tries to like get her to remember him or like fall in love with him again. It reminds me of that concept, but different. And I need to pick this book up right now. Like I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's like one of those books that like you get excited thinking about it. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, I hope it's great.
I hope it like, because I do feel like it's quite a hard concept to pull off. Like there's a lot of elements going on there.
Yes.
So I'll be curious.
I'm excited though. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I have hope.
All right. My next one, again, very much going in the same vibe, in the same direction, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab. This, I just like, okay, for a long time, like I kind of just have these authors that I see their name and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll read that. Like I don't have to see much further than that. For a long time, I didn't know that this was like a kind of V. Schwab take on vampires, which I love. Vampires.
Yes.
Like I love vampires. And I have been kind of waiting to read this one because it's her newest release and I've been wanting to work through like a little bit of her backlog. But I just feel like, again, V. Schwab is the perfect kind of autumny read. It's just very like, I don't know, atmospheric, dark, moody, everything, all of the above. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get into this one. I'm honestly, like, I'm a little bit nervous. I've seen some people like be obsessed with this and then some people are really disappointed. I think I'll love it, but
yeah. I think like cuz you loved Addie LaRue. I think I've seen the pattern is people who don't love Addie LaRue also don't love Bury Our Bones because the storytelling is very similar and the pacing of it I find is similar. So if you loved Addie, you have a higher chance of loving this one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes me so excited. Again, I feel like so bad. A lot of these, I just love to go into books blind, okay? I love just like delving into books. All I know is that we have like some kind of vampires going on.
Yes.
That's literally all I know about this.
I love it. That's all you need to know.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you anything more about it then.
Okay, yeah. No, I love
I'll
going
let you go into it blind. Yeah. All right. A little bit of a lighter tone for my next spring read is The Someday Garden by Ashley Poston. So I think a lot of us are looking forward to this one. I think a lot of us do love Ashley Poston as a romance author. But this one is another one of her magical realism romances where we're following Sophie and she gets a summer job to revitalize the grounds of this manor essentially, but when she arrives the plants are like not cooperating with her, so she's like trying to figure out how to actually like save these plants, but they're not working well with her. And then also she ends up finding a secret door that appears at different times in different places. And when she goes through the door, she finds a secret garden. And there is
That's
like,
so cute.
yeah. And there's a man inside. And the man I don't know, is kind of mysterious. I don't know what his deal is. I'll have to read the book. But there's him, and apparently there's also like a handsome nephew of like the manor's owner that is like staying there for the summer too. So there's like a real world man, and then there's like the secret garden man. And between the three of them, can they help figure out how to make this garden bloom again? I don't know.
That's so wholesome. That's so wholesome.
Like, let's just grow some plants. Like, let's just water some flowers.
Oh my God. Now that's a spring read. That's like the definition of a spring read.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I've been struggling. I'm like, what is a spring read? This. Perfect.
Oh my gosh. That'll be so fun. That'll be like a good brain break for you amongst all your more intense reads.
Yeah. I think, Ashley Poston's really great at lifting my spirits.
Yeah.
Out of my like deep, dark depths of the state of my mind.
Okay, this one is such a random one, but I don't know if you've been seeing this all over your feed at the moment, but The Wolf King. Now, I did pull up the summary for this one.
Yeah.
It's a romancy, and I feel like I'm in the mood for romancies when I'm in the mood for them. Like, as in, I'm not going to be, if I'm feeling like a high political fantasy and I read a romancy, I'm going to be really disappointed. But after reading a high political fantasy, I've been really liking having like a brain break and just having fun in a romancy world. And I've been seeing really, really good things about this one. And I think the second one or third one is coming out very, very soon. But it's very like,
I didn't realize it was like that far in already.
Yeah, me either. I was like, I've been seeing so much about this. But we are following Princess Aurora, which number one, love that name.
Cute. Yeah.
And she saves a young werewolf in a brutal dogfight, promoting Alpha Callum to kidnap her into the wild northern territories. So I don't know what's going on there, but it's a werewolf fantasy romance.
Okay.
And I'm guessing, so like taken hostage into werewolf territory as a princess kind of sounds fun. Like, you know.
It does, yeah.
It kind of just sounds it kind of sounds back to my Twilight roots.
Yeah.
Which I love to go back there now and then.
We all do.
Exactly. Like sometimes you just need that nostalgia. And yeah, I've been seeing really, really good things about it. Apparently it's a very, very addictive read. It's really, really fast paced. And like, I'm not going in with super high expectations. I'm kind of just going to go in when I want a fun read. It's one of the books that I'm going to get from the library. I'm not going to buy physically, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I actually get a lot of questions on that, on like how I decide what to get, like on my Kindle or from the library, like versus buying it. And it's literally just like, if I don't think it's going to be like a 4.5 and above, I'm usually going to get it on Kindle or on the library.
Like your trust in it, like your, I guess your, like, your faith in it.
See, like most books you recommend, I buy.
Well, thank you. That makes me feel great.
So if I buy like a book, you know, it's like I've got high hopes for it. But yeah, I'm just excited to get back into some romantasy, to be honest. I feel like I didn't read any over summer. I really just I was reading high fantasy, but yeah, I really didn't pick up a lot of romances. I picked up one, I think, and I didn't like it at all. But then I picked up Starside by Alex Astor recently, and I was like, oh, I might be back in my romantasy era. So yeah, we're going with the flow with that one. And I feel like a werewolf fantasy romance is probably a pretty good place to start for the autumn.
Sounds great. We love a magical creature.
Yeah, why not?
A magical creature, love interest.
It's a kidnapping princess type situation.
Yeah, we love it. Sounds fun. Okay. My next one, I don't have a lot of fantasy. I think Wind and Truth was my only fantasy that I had on this list.
That kind of makes sense though for
spring. Yeah. So my next one is Heart the Lover by Lily King. This is another like contemporary fiction. Have been seeing so much about this one, and I picked it up on my birthday. So it's a small little book too. It looks very, very small, very approachable, a very quick read. But essentially this one's about a female protagonist. She goes to college and she meets two guy friends and they become this sort of triangle. I think there's some romance involved, but there's also a lot of just like platonic love in there too. But something happens, I think they like lose touch, and then decades later, she gets a surprise visit from maybe one of them, and then like that one has news about the other one or something like that. It just brings a lot of the past like coming crashing back into the present, and we see her and them kind of like deal with things that they had like put aside for decades, and it
Yeah.
all comes up again. That's essentially what I know about the story. I don't know, it sounds good to me. I have heard that this one is somewhat of like a continuation of another book by Lily King, which I
Oh,
didn't know before buying this one because it's listed as a standalone.
yeah.
But I have seen people read this as a standalone and then go back to the other one, and like they say it's completely fine doing it that way. So I'm gonna
Okay.
read this one first because I have this one first. But
Yeah.
apparently I'm doing it in the wrong order. So I'm sorry if anyone feels very passionately about this, but it's listed as a standalone on
I
Goodreads. So
didn't,
I'm like,
yeah.
I
I
feel
didn't
like
know that at all.
yeah, it
And I,
should
I feel
be
like,
able to be read as a standalone, hopefully.
I don't know if that's very like common knowledge, to be honest, because I've been seeing so many people read it.
Yeah, like
And
just pick this one up.
yeah, and from what I know, they haven't read anything else by Lily King.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll be fine, hopefully.
Yeah. I think so. I think who was it? I think it was Katie who read this one
Yeah, yeah.
and then now she's picking up the one that came before. So,
She was like, what, like really convinced me. I was like, okay, if you really liked it,
yeah.
I feel like I need to give it a try.
Yeah. So yeah, this is one I definitely want to dive into. Definitely like an easy one to squeeze in between reads
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
because it's a shorter little one.
Maybe read that one in the month that you read Wind and Truth so that you can just like
That's
up your
true.
book count.
Balance it out.
Yeah, yeah.
I might need like 5 little books to actually
Yeah.
balance it all out, but it's a
Pretty
good
much though.
effort. Yeah.
That's like, yeah. My next one, I'm super excited about this one, is Belladonna by, is it Adeline Grace, I
Adeline
believe.
Grace.
I
Yay.
am really, I've been so on the fence about this one for such a long time because, again, it's one of those ones that I feel like some people really, really love and then some people get really, really bored in. But I know we're dealing a lot with like poisons, like it's kind of said, obviously, Belladonna, that makes a lot
Belladonna.
of sense. Yeah. Um, and you know, now it's a trilogy that's completed, right? Like it's
Yes.
yeah. So I feel like that's also kind of motivating me a little bit more to pick it up. But I have just like this has been one that's been on my mental TBR for years now. And I've just always been like, oh, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of yeah, I have a few of those kind of books, but I feel like this is the perfect, it is a gothic YA fiction, fantasy, romance. Do we
Yeah,
have
I'd say
romance in
like
it?
romantasy mystery.
Romancy? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, gothic atmosphere. So again, ties in pretty well. And I mean, the next book I had as well is also about this author. But like I really want to delve into this author's work and I really want to see what her writing's like. I am really craving some atmospheric, cozy, but
Yes.
like cozy writing, but you know, a more like actual action kind of plot. Like things are actually happening, not necessarily a
Yes.
cozy, which I just realized I don't have any cozy fantasies on this list, which is
Oh
kind of
no.
odd for. I feel like I have not been gravitating towards them recently. I've been gravitating towards like high stakes, things need to be
Yeah.
happening.
You want the action.
Yeah, kind of books at the moment. I don't know why. Yeah, but yeah, Belladonna. I'd really love to get into that trilogy.
Yay.
Because it's the perfect time.
I think you'll like this one because I always describe her writing as like Stephanie Garber, but make it like
Yeah,
darker and gothic and like murder mystery. So I think there's a high chance that
yeah.
you'll like her writing style.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't love. Like that's kind of why they don't
Mm,
love the series is because they find it quite like I don't know, boring. I've seen a lot of people say like they aren't immersed in it.
mm-hmm.
Um so I feel like it's probably for a particular kind of reader.
Yeah. And I think you're that
But
reader.
I hope so.
Okay, so we're going to do one more each. My last spring TBR book is The Burning Side by Sarah Damoff. I'm so excited about this one because like I mean, obviously we both really loved The Bright Years, and The Burning Side is her new release that I think is coming out in May, I want to say.
Yeah, it's soon. It's really soon.
Oh my goodness, I'll have to pick it up soon. But I mean, I don't know too much about this one in terms of synopsis, but it's, it's going to be another kind of like general contemporary fiction. It's another family story, I think. There's a fire involved. Therefore, it's called The Burning Side. And I think there's some sort of like an Alzheimer's theme going on as well. And that's kind of all I need to know. Like, family story, fire, Alzheimer's, probably going to cry. It's going to be great.
Jeez. This one is going to hit a lot of touch points for me. I'm like so scared for this one. I'm like, I feel like it's really rare that you find like a book that actually you can like severely actually relate to. So I'm a little bit nervous for this one. I feel like I'm going to have to be in a very emotionally stable place when I pick this one up. And I'll still cry, but probably it won't hit as deep.
Yeah, be in.
See,
like
that's what I do. I'm like, I'm gonna avoid this until like I'm not even gonna feel it as much.
That's what I was doing with the Red Rising series, like in Arc 2. Yeah. I was reading them at points where I'm like, I'm gonna disengage, I'm gonna disconnect, because if I feel too connected to them, like right? I'm just
it's
gonna
too
break.
Much.
Yeah,
like it's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you have to be like, no, I'm going to be tough. I'm going to be strong. I'm not going to feel the feelings. But then you still feel the feelings and it's still enough. But it's like, then you don't get broken by them.
You can handle it. If you weren't in that state, it would be a mess.
Yes. So healthy reading. This is us being healthy and showing self-love.
After reading, I read Atmosphere when I was in a very emotional state. And I remember like I could not stop crying, and I was like, what is happening to me right now? And I was like, never again.
No, I couldn't stop crying on that one. Yeah. That's a rough one.
Never again. All right, my last one, as I said, by Adeline Grace again, and I just got the arc for this one, so I'm really, really excited about it, and it's The Wretch Divine. I want to show you, I don't have it on me. It is the smallest font in the entire world. Like, I actually think it's like a 9 font or something. Like, it is tiny. And I'm so annoyed because I'm going to have to be like this the whole time. But I'm going to read it anyway because I'm really excited about this one. It is, again, a fantasy romance, but we're dealing with angels.
Yeah.
I haven't read an angel fantasy romance since like very, very beginning of my reading journey. Like,
what was it,
I cannot think. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So this is bringing back all the memories. I'm super excited about this one. And I was like, I feel like I have to read, I don't know, do I read Belladonna first? I don't know, because this one's on my TBR already. I'm like, I want to get to it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would say this is a super, I'm just kind of going off the vibes of the author for like atmospheric read. I don't actually know if this is like a autumn kind of read, but like we're just going off vibes here.
Yeah, I mean, Belladonna definitely is, but yeah, I don't know what this other kind of world will feel like. But like, she's definitely atmospheric, which I think is autumn. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's so exciting! You have the arc for this one.
I am like when it turned up, it was one of those arcs that like has nothing on the cover, and I was like, what is this book? I was like, I am so confused. And then I like on the side it was like Adeline Grace, and I was like, huh? And then I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So yeah, and it just like randomly turned up. I didn't even know that you could request arcs for this. It's just because again, Hachette, they're kind of similar, like they know what I like, and so like when a book comes in that like, I feel like it's rare for them to get like fancy books that are really me, so when it does come in, they're like, we'll send it, and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, you know what, it was Hachette, but the Canadian Hachette that sent me the good parts, so like
that's so funny.
They're on it.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys are on it. You are on your media.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if the small font is just in the art copy or if it's like official.
Like, I'll send you a photo after this, but like, it's so small. It's so small. So,
oh my goodness.
Anyway, glasses on for this one.
That's going to be fun. Yeah, good luck to your eyesight.
Yeah, literally. Only reading this in like the daytime. Not at night. Don't want to damage them further. Anyway.
Good luck. Okay, I think those were all of our spring and fall TBR books. We'll see, I guess, after like the next 3 months, how many of
Yeah.
these we actually get into. That might be an interesting episode to like talk about,
Yeah. Can we tick
recap
them
our
off?
spring fall TBRs. Should we do that? Let us know if you
Yeah,
want to
let's do
hear
it.
that in like 3
Or
months.
like maybe we can just like tag it on to the end of an episode or something.
Yeah, to like a monthly recap or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
that'd be
it.
fun.
All right. So I think going into whatever season that, you guys are in, let us know what is on your spring or fall TBRs, depending where in the world you are. Would love to know what you want to read in the next few months. But yeah, if you guys are still here listening to the end, thanks for listening wherever you are in the world or whatever time zone you're in.
Until next time, stay comfy and keep reading.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on socials for more bookish content.
Bye. See you next week.